Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the MMA game. It is your boy, the notorious Rasta Kim, Roget, coming to you live from the MMA Game Studios. Now, today's episode, we're going to be talking about the very first card of 2025, a UFC Fight Night, Mackenzie Dern versus Amanda Ribas, numero dos, coming from Viva Las Vegas. Now, before we get into the episode, you know I have to do the pleasure of introducing you to my other half. He is a Red Devil. He is Mr. Bearpaw. He is a freak. It is my boy, my dude, Ryan Cariss. Yo, Cariss, what's the word?
Yo, my brother, my homie, my guy, Cameron Roget. We are blessed to be back at it and finally do UFC Fight Night for 2025, the first card of the year, bro. It's been a 4-week little hiatus. And it's been hard, but we're back at it, bro. I'm stoked. Finally, we get to do it. So this weekend's going to be great, bro. Let's get after it.
Yeah, man. Some really fun fights to look at on the prelims, guys. There's a bunch of fights to give you a number of fights. Because we won't go through all the prelims, but to give you the number of fights, we have 8 fights on the prelims. 8 fights. So really juicy. For me, though, there's only one fight on that prelim that I think you should tune into. It's going to be your co-main event, Marco Tulio versus Ihor Porteria. I'm very high on Ihor.
There it is.
Check him out. I think he should have a very fun return to the octagon in 2025.
Yep.
Any fight you want to mention on the prelims?
We got picked from the hat.
Okay. Let's pick it. Let's pick.
Just, I don't know if everybody knows about that. You want to tell everyone yet?
So what we do for you guys that maybe do not know what we do is we pick out of a hat. We pick for ourselves, one for Cariss, one for myself, and then we pick for the fans. These are fighters that you guys should tune into on the prelims. If you want to bet, probably a good little parlay to do on all 3 of the ones that we pick. Maybe you win, maybe you don't. It's all for the game.
Right.
And
it just makes it a little more fun for you guys to watch the prelims, right? It gives you a reason to kind of watch it. So if you have a fighter that you actually pulled out of the hat and that's your guy, pay attention because you might win, you might lose. We'll see. But let's go through the prelims real quick and then we'll pick from the hat.
All right. So first fight, we have
first fight of 2025.
Nurelio Aliev versus Joe Selecki in the men's lightweight division. Second fight, we have Fatima Klein versus Victoria Dudakova, women's strawweight division. Men's lightweight division, Magomed Gatsikala against Bruno Lopez. In the women's flyweight division, Nicole Cagliari versus Ernesta Caricate. Jesus. In the men's welterweight division, Preston Parsons against Jacoby Smith. Men's lightweight division, Trey Ogden versus Thiago Moises.
Be a good little fight right
Co-main event, the one I told you guys about, Marco Tulio against Ihor Porteria in the men's middleweight division. And your main event for the prelims is going to be Jose Johnson against Felipe. Oh my goodness. Bunes in the men's flyweight division.
All right, bro. Start off the year. You get to pick first. You picking for the fans? You picking for yourself?
It's always going to be for the fans.
Always for the fans. Who do you guys got? Who do you get for 2025? Who's the first?
They have Selecki. Selecki.
That's a good one. That's actually a good one.
And I have.
Who do you want? I want Porteria.
Cavalcante. Ernesta Cavalcante.
Which fight is that?
That's the third fight. No, fourth fight.
Oh,
fourth fight.
Okay. Oh, I got Klein.
Ooh, Klein. You have the fight, the second fight of the night against Victoria Dudakova.
Oh, I got the women's? Okay.
Yep, we both got women's there. So cool. Good. Some good fights that we will be tuning into because we picked your name out of the hat. So now moving into the main card, the first fight of the night. It is Cariss's boy in the men's welterweight division. Puda Soriano against Uros Medic.
Just a reminder, everybody, I met Puna at International Fight Week in 2023. No, 2022. Wow. It's been a little while. No, 2023. Let me make sure to that. Okay. In the welterweight division of 170 pounds from USA, Punahele. Puna Soriano is the underdog in this fight, damn it, at 164. He is 31 years old, stands at 5'11", and his fighting style is MMA. He does have a professional record of 9 victories and 4 defeats, 6 wins by KO, 2 wins by submission, and 7 first-round finishes. He is coming off a Dana White Contender Series Season 3, where he does have 8 UFC fights, 4 victories and 4 defeats. Currently coming off a decision victory over Miguel Baeza back in June of 2024. So he's had a little bit of a layoff on that. We come back. From Serbia, we have the Doctor. Uros Medic is the favorite in this fight at -198. He is 31 years old, stands at 6'1", and his fighting style is MMA. He does have a professional record of 10 victories and 2 defeats, 8 wins by KO, 2 wins by submission, and 7 first-round finishes. He is coming off of Dana White Contender Series Season 4, where he does have 5 UFC fights. His first fight was back in 2021. He's got 3 victories and 2 defeats. Currently coming off a submission defeat over Miktabek Ovalby back in November of 2023 on this one. Everybody already knows who I'm going for. Punahele Soriano. Who you got, bro? You going with the Doctor? You going with the
I'm going with the Doctor. I'm going with Medic.
I know. Well, you went with him last time. You went with him last time they had a fight. I'm not surprised.
So, yeah, I'm going with Medic. I think he gets it done.
I'm backing my guy, but I'm not surprised if
you got to back your guy, and then you got to back your guy.
Yes.
And these are the moments you got to back him.
Yes.
Don't hop over when he loses. Okay, next. Go ahead. Next one.
You can announce it. What are you talking about?
It's going to be in the men's featherweight division. Christian Rodriguez against Austin Bashi.
Ooh, in the featherweight division of 145 pounds from USA, Christian Rodriguez is the underdog. This fight at +220. He is 26 years old, stands at 5'7", and his fighting style is freestyle. He does have a professional record of 11 victories and 2 defeats, 3 wins by KO, 4 wins by submission, and 5 first-round finishes. He is coming off a Dana White Contender Series Season 5. He does have 6 UFC fights starting back in 2022. He's got 4 victories and 2 defeats. He's currently coming off the submission defeat over from Julian Erosa back in July of 2024. From USA, Austin Bashi is the favorite in this fight at -270. He is a UFC debut on this fight. He's 23 years old, stands at 5'6", and his fighting style is a wrestler. He has an undefeated professional record of 13 victories and 0 defeats, coming off of Dana White Contender Series, where he victory, submission, rear naked choke back in September of 2024. I want to go with Christian Rodriguez, but at the same time, they are building this dude up. He is the favorite in this fight. He's undefeated.
Yeah.
He's a wrestler, which is going to be very difficult for a freestyle fighter. I'm just going to go with the favorite in this fight at -270, Austin Bashi.
Yeah, I'm going to second that because there's some worries me about this Bashi kid.
Yeah. You watched Dana White Contender Series this past season, right?
Yeah, and he's fun.
Okay.
He's fun. So I'm going Bashi.
Good.
Tune in.
Okay.
That's all I'm gonna say. Tune in.
Good.
All right.
Good.
In the men's middleweight division, right after this one I think is going to be a good fight. We have Chris Curtis against Roman Kopylov.
We do. In the middleweight division of 185 pounds from USA, Chris Action Man Curtis is the underdog. This fight at +215. He is 37 years old, stands at 5'10", and his fighting style is MMA. He does have a professional record of 31 victories and 11 defeats, 17 wins by KO, 1 win by submission, and 7 first-round finishes. He's coming off a Dana White Contender Series Season 2, where he does have 9 UFC fights starting back in 2021. He's got 5 victories and 3 defeats and 1 no contest, currently coming off a split decision defeat to B. Allen all in back in April of 2024. From Russia, Roman Kopylov is the favorite in this fight at -265. He is 32 years old, stands at 6 foot tall, and his fighting style is MMA. He does have a professional record of 13 victories and 3 defeats, 11 wins by KO, and 1 first-round finish. He has 8 UFC fights starting back in 2019. He's got 5 victories and 3 defeats, currently coming off a split decision victory over Cesar Almeida back in June of 2024. I'm going to be smart with this one, and I'm going to go with Roman Kopylov on this.
Really?
You going with Action Man?
It's gonna be a strike. If it stays striking, then
it's gonna be a strike fest.
This kind of goes up Chris's background, but that boy Roman got something deep in him. I'm going Roman.
Thank you.
I'm going Roman.
Thank you.
A decision though. Decision.
You don't think this? Okay.
Nah, I think it goes decision.
Okay.
Decision. Next, also in the men's middleweight division, Cesar Almeida versus Abdul Razak Alhassan. I'm going on a limb here. I'm going fucking Abdul.
Hey.
I'm going Abdul. I'm telling you right. I don't know why. Something just tells me he's gonna get it done. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going Abdul Razak Alhassan.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead.
In the middleweight division of 185 pounds from Brazil, Cesar Almeida is the favorite in this fight at -298. He is 36 years old, stands at 6'1" in this fighting style, is a striker. He does have a professional record of 6 victories and 1 defeat, 4 wins by KO, 3 first-round finishes. He's coming off of Dana White Contender Series Season 7, where he has 3 UFC fights starting back in 2024. He's got 2 victories and 1 defeat, currently coming off a decision victory over Ior Potieria back in October of 2024. Wow. From Ghana, Abdul Razak Alhassan is the underdog in this fight at plus 240. He is 39 years old, stands at 5'10" in this fighting style, is judo. He does have a professional record of 12 victories and 6 defeats, 12 wins by KO, 11 first-round finishes. Yeah, he gets it done in the first. He has 13 UFC fights starting back in 2016. He's got 6 victories and 6 defeats and 1 no contest. Currently coming off of that no contest from Cody Brundage, where there was an accidental blow to the head, I believe it was, back in July of 2024. This is a tough one, bro, because I kind of feel what you're saying, because I was looking at this as I was writing down all this information. Being like, for some reason, Alhassan just, it's kind of one of those.
There's something there.
Kind of one of those, but I feel like going against the grain on this one with you, and I'm going to go for Cesar Almeida. At the favorite at negative 298.
I like when we're split. Because usually I do more of the winning.
Not for the last 2 cards at the end of 2024. This guy right here.
Yeah, but who told you who's going to have a strap?
I did. Told you he's going to have the BMF belt by the end of the year. Don't do that to me. Don't do that.
Oh, what am I doing?
Hey, you're just saying he slept.
Just taking a nap.
Just taking a quick little snooze.
Well, who did that?
Next fight is the co-main event of the evening.
Co-main event of the evening in the men's welterweight division. We have Santiago Ponzinibbio versus Carlston Harris.
Good little fight. Good little fight right here. Yeah, good little co-main event on this one. In the welterweight division of 170 pounds from Argentina, the Argentine dagger Santiago Ponzinibbio is a pick'em on this one at negative 110 for both of them. That's how good this is, guys.
That's spot on.
Yeah. He is 37 years old, stands at 6 foot tall, and his fighting style is a striker. He has a professional record of 30 victories and 8 defeats, 16 wins by KO. 6 wins by submission and 14 first-round finishes. Coming off of tough. He's got 18 UFC fights starting back in 2013. He's got 11 victories and 7 defeats. He's currently on a 2-fight losing skid, unfortunately, coming off of a split decision defeat to Muslim Salikov back in July of 2024. From Ghana, Mozambique, Carlston Harris is the pick'em on this fight. At negative 110, he's 36 years old, stands at 6 foot tall, and his fighting style is a boxer. He's got a professional record of 19 victories and 6 defeats, 5 wins by KO, 6 wins by submission, and 6 first-round finishes. He has 6 UFC fights, 4 victories, and 2 defeats. Currently come off a KO defeat from Chaos Williams back in May of 2024. I don't know why. I'm just going with the Argentine dagger on this one.
Yeah, I was torn too.
I don't know what it is.
I'm going with Santiago. I don't know
why. I don't know either.
Santiago, I just feel like he needs this one.
He does.
And obviously Carlston's coming off a knockout loss too. So I
think that's maybe the push.
Yeah.
On this side, just realizing
that
you're
never
coming
goes
off versus,
well.
No.
Never.
Your next fight back, you're a little gun shy.
Yeah.
We've noticed. Yeah. So.
All right.
Good co-main.
And now the main event of the evening, which I'm pretty excited for. We have in the women's strawweight division, Mackenzie Dern against Amanda Ribas. Unfortunately, I'm going against Mackenzie Dern again. I'm going to Ribas. I'm going Ribas.
You'll understand why, guys. In the women's strawweight division, 115 pounds from Brazil, UFC's number 6th ranked women's strawweight in the world, Mackenzie Dern is the underdog in this fight at plus 180. Yeah, she's 31 years old, stands at 5'4", and her fighting style is BJJ. She does have a professional record of 14 victories and 5 defeats, 7 wins by KO. 7 wins by submission. Or no KOs on her record. I'm sorry. 0. Rephrase that. Yeah. 6 first-round finishes. She does have 14 UFC fights starting back in 2018. Wow. She's got 9 victories and 5 defeats. Currently coming off a decision victory over Lupi Godinez back in August of 2024. That's a good big win for her on that one. From Brazil, UFC's number 8th ranked strawweight in the world, Amanda, my love, Ribas is the favorite in this fight at negative 218. She is 31 years old, stands at 5'4", and her fighting style is judo. She has a professional record of 12 victories and 5 defeats, 3 wins by KO, 4 wins by submission, and 4 first-round finishes. She does have 11 UFC fights starting back in 2019. She got 7 victories and 4 defeats, currently coming off a decision defeat to Thug Rose back in March of 2024. You already know who I'm going with. I'm going with Amanda Ribas.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, no question.
I still think it's going to be a good fight.
It is going to be a good fight.
Like, I don't see anybody getting knocked out.
It was
I
a back and
see a
forth
lot of scrambles. I think just on the feet, Ribas is going to be a little bit more clinical than Dern.
I think so.
That's where it's going to be decided by the judges.
So. Now, if Mackenzie Dern went back to Henry Hoof, is that who she was? Her striking coach was?
Not too sure.
I all I know is she went away from her coach. She lost a fight. She went back, and then she won her last fight against Lupe Godinez.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that little change within her camp might give her a little bit of a push.
A little boost, yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if Mackenzie Dern wins this fight. I'm just going to say it.
Yeah.
It's she's got better odds than what are kind of saying here against Amanda, because Amanda doesn't have as crisp of hands as much, and you can tell from the Thug Rose fight, and that's why even though I went with Amanda, I was saying Thug Rose could take her out because she's a little bit cleaner on the hands. But just the overall pressure and everything, I think Amanda's going to take this fight.
Yeah, and too, I mean, Dern leaves her chin up there a lot too, right? So it just takes a good striker to touch that shit one time, and you already know what's going to happen. But I still think it's a good fight, and to be honest, it could go either way.
It could. That's why I say it. That's why I have to throw it out there.
It goes to the ground. It's a whole another game there,
right?
And we know who dominates on the ground. So should be fun. Should be fun to watch. 2 amazing athletes going at it. I know there are some fights that were announced.
Yes,
right?
I sent you a couple.
So Cariss is going to go ahead and let us know those fights that just got sealed, because there's some big and juicy ones, and one of them is not MMA, but it does have MMA fighters in it.
Let's just start with that one.
All right.
Let's just start with that one.
Cariss, what is that fight?
You got it? You want it or me? Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Albuquerque, New Mexico.
2025.
Yes.
We're going to have a Rampage Jackson versus Rashad Evans in a boxing match.
Ooh.
Standing on their feet. Yep.
Should be fun. If you did not have a chance to watch that Ultimate Fighter, that's the one that I think put UFC kind of on the map in the come up. That was with Kimbo Slice, and we had these two as the coaches, Rashad on one side, Rampage on the other, and it gave us fucking memories of the Ultimate Fighter. The door being smashed open by Rampage ultimately led to them fighting. Rashad got it done.
He sure did.
Now we get to see them fight in boxing only. Should be fun.
Yes, and I heard Rampage is taking this a little more serious. On his last boxing adventure, he had a nice little stomach. On this one, he's actually taking it and getting in the gym and actually working at his craft.
Good.
Right?
Good,
so
good,
I'm happy
good.
about that
Excited
one.
to see that.
I was excited about this fight. Let's start with February 22nd, UFC Fight Night in Seattle. That's what we're talking about in Washington.
Okay.
We're going to have in the bantamweight division Dominic Cruz versus 50K Rob Font.
Oh, that should be interesting.
It should be interesting. I got Rob Font.
Damn. No love for Cruz.
And that's the sad thing is I like Cruz.
No love for Cruz.
I do, but right now Rob Font is...
Yeah, I would probably second you there. I'd definitely go Rob Font.
After his last fight, too. I forget who it was, but he did very well in his last fight. Also on that card, February 22nd, UFC Fight Night in Seattle. We're going to have in the bantamweight division. It's going to be your main event of evening. We're going to go with my dude, Song Yadong. Versus Henry Cejudo.
Wow, the king of cringe. He is back.
Triple king of cringe.
That's a fight night too, not a pay-per-view.
That is a fight night. No, that's a fight night. That's a fight night. So we're going to get 2 fights on there. Dominic Cruz, Rob Font, and Henry Cejudo, and Song Yadong.
All right. That should be fun. That should be fun. Also, if you are looking to get a little bit of extra money, Jamal Hill has offered $20,000 for you that have been talking smack on social media to roll up to the gym, catch these hands, and he will show you what's up for $20K. $20K. I tried signing up Cariss, but Vegas is a little bit too far for us to make it for that $20K. So we'll have to rain check. But
it's okay.
What are your thoughts on that?
I like it. I kind of like it, but at the same time, like I think he's been put back into a corner a little bit because everyone's been talking about his interaction with Alex Bejeda in the UFC PI, and everyone just keeps saying, "Bro, you went in there to go do something, and then you just didn't do anything, even though the guy threw the gloves at you. Like, what are you doing that for?" So therefore, there's been a lot of UFC fighters talking a lot of shit, and then he went on a nice little rant twice now, and now he just said, if anybody wants it, come in here. I got 20 grand. Show up, get your ass beat.
Yeah, it's quite funny.
And
To
go
me,
home.
it's quite funny, but I like it. Why not keep those trolls? You know, if you
Yes.
really want to do it, you'd
Yeah.
come up to the gym
Yes.
and find out.
The other part of it is he's very, very smart, and he's keeping his name within the MMA world, right? His name is keep it in the news, because it's exactly what Conor did. Just keep your name out there. Therefore, it just keeps building and building and building. And I think he's just trying to build to the Jamal Hill fight. Excuse me, to the Alex Pereira fight, because he wants that fight back again. So that's why he's doing all these small little things. But it's keeping his name in the news, right? That's what everyone's talking about. So he's doing exactly what he needs to do, and I don't blame him. But I still want to see that fight.
Yeah.
We'll see it
I want to see it. I wouldn't mind. I would not mind seeing it. And I'm not even going to mention Connor's name. We're just going to bypass that.
Moving on.
Anyways, anything else you want to mention? How's the Jits coming along?
We got a jiu-jitsu tournament coming up, ADCC, January 18th. And a number of my guys from 10th Planet are going. So it's going to be a fun one. Other than that, we have Naga coming up in February, I believe it is.
Yep.
Are you doing ADCC?
That is the plan.
Okay.
That is the plan. Unfortunately, back to work, and I may have a tournament that weekend now. Gotta love it, but work comes first.
Yeah, I kind of asked yesterday, and I'm going to be scheduled, and maybe I just take off early and then go to them, because during Jiu-Jitsu World, my fights were at 7 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
So I can do the early shift and then go do that, or just fight all day. So
yeah. We'll see. But also, there's a big fight card that weekend too. So, and we're hoping to do something that weekend, but we will see. We'll see if it pans out. But other than that, nothing really is taking off. Other than that, thanks you guys for tuning in. Another episode.
Quick, good little show.
Make sure you also watch our interview. We did an interview at 10th Planet Poway. Make sure you check that out. And that's Cariss' gym, by the way. But other than that, the MMA game loves to have you. Keep tuning in. Keep subscribing. Cameron, Cariss, the MMA game is out.
See you in Vegas.